Hi there.
Hello.
I'm Collette Lyons.
And I'm Paul Vlitos.
And we're Ellery Lloyd. Well, we write as Ellery Lloyd. This is our debut, and it is in store now. People Like Her. It is a thriller told in three voices. Emmy, an influencer mum who is responsible financially for her family.
Her husband Dan, a washed up and embittered novelist.
And a third unnamed stalker who is plotting a terrible revenge on the family for a slight that we don't yet know.
And we're here to talk to you today about three of the books which influenced us or inspired us. The first one we wanted to talk about was My Sister the Serial Killer by Inkin Braithwaite. And what I've always loved in thrillers and crime novels is the way that they can take you into a world with which you're not familiar, and can use that kind of thrilling plot to shed light on that world. And that's definitely what this novel does. It's the first crime thriller I've read set in Lagos, in Nigeria. And one of the things that's amazing about the story is the way it resonates, and you kind of raises issues about gender, raises issues about family, and particularly the pressures it puts on a family if your sister is a serial killer.
The second novel that we would like to talk about in our Shelfie is To the Lions by the fabulous Holly Watt. So full disclosure, she's one of our best friends, and she is probably one of the biggest reasons that People Like Her actually got written. She bullied us into sitting down to actually write it. She is a former investigative journalist.
And she really draws on that experience in this novel, which is about investigative reporter who overhears something kind of chilling in a club in Mayfair, and that her kind of investigation takes her all the way via Saint-Tropez to the refugee camps of Libya. So it's a kind of a story that's really kind of not just kind of ripped from the headlines, but really takes you behind the headlines and again makes you look at the world in a new way.
And it's the first in a series, so The Deadline came out last year and her new one's coming out this year. The last book we'd like to talk about, probably every thriller writer has been influenced by, so sorry about this, but Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. For us specifically, it's an extraordinary portrait of a marriage gone sour, and it's also just a really brilliant exploration of, or way of getting inside the characters' heads.
And it's also great for us because it had these two voices, and it showed how these kind of two very different voices in a novel could kind of work against each other and play with each other, which as us writing as a couple, that was a really helpful model to follow.
So we hope you enjoy People Like Her, and we thoroughly recommend all the other novels on our Shelfie. Thanks so much for your time.